When Shannon was born, she was such a joy. Just a cute little bundle of 6 pounds. And then at about a week and a half old, she started having seizures. Her doctor basically said she may never walk, she may never talk, she may never this, she may never that. And I was basically kind of just, floored. Even though I was told what I was told by the doctor of her not walking, she started walking when she was about 4. She wasn't able to speak for a long time, and I would say probably about 10 is when she started forming actual words.
When Eric was a baby, he was beautiful. The day that we learned that he had a disability of any sort was probably one of the most excruciating days of my life. I was crying so hard all the way home from the evaluation, and they said that Eric was profoundly mentally retarded. The thing that was odd and what puzzled them was that Eric did have language only when he sang, and I spent hours and hours with Eric on my lap playing the piano and singing songs to him. Because that was the only time that I would get to cuddle him on my lap and have him let me hold him.
Prior to Kim being born, I was in labor 10 weeks early. She missed some of the developmental systems for her hearing and speech. Over the course of many years, she had 10 ear surgeries. Her dad and I both treated her just the same as we did our others. She was involved in soccer. She was involved in music. She marched in the band when she was older, but I probably had blinders on till she was in her late teens. I just wanted her to try to have a normal life, and those struggles got harder and harder for her, which is what made us look towards Living Opportunities.
Everything was so good in high school. He was so involved and so active and plugged in. And then came graduation, and it was nothing. It was like falling off a cliff. And Eric fell into a bit of a depression because he had been so active, and then there was nothing. And then I got a phone call from Living Opportunities that they had an opening. And I burst into tears. Roger Hassenflug called me, and I don't know that he even believed me, but I told him that he was an absolute answer to my prayers, because through Living Opportunities is the next pivotal point in Eric's life. A team of people that, assessed his surroundings and assessed his needs, and he was excited to go to work. He was excited to meet with the people that were there. He was excited to do a good job, and he was proud of himself when he came home. And the maturity that came along with that was amazing. So that's another building block of confidence and of his being self-assured, and that I can do and I can be, that we loved to see.
Shannon has her independence. She has her life. She can go and do what she wants when she wants. With Shannon, she likes to get together with me, and we spend the night together, but she ended up with a health issue that she is now in a wheelchair. She can't get into my home, and so we meet together at a motel. Living Opportunities is very good. The staff at the Weaver House is great at coming and bringing her to the hotel, and we spend the weekend together. Living Opportunities for Shannon has, I think, opened her world. She does have a choice. She's happier. I can see it. My family sees it. And Living Opportunities, I want to thank you so very much for doing this for us.
I can really relate to this, and this is what I want to see for the future.
Kim has always liked to sing, but music was a way that Kim could connect with other people, share her love of Christian music and the Beatles. Obviously, she loves the Beatles. Her disability would cause her to spill things, drop things, break things, and that contributed to her depression. At a point, she called the suicide hotline. She had had a counselor that I was in contact with periodically, and I called him. He suggested we go through developmental disability services and then living opportunities. But the first place we sought out was the studio, because not only does she love music, but she's always loved art. It means the world for her to be able to paint at the studio. It was a happy day when she sold her first big piece of artwork, which is hanging in one of the banks locally. And to get that paycheck from the art validated her time there. I mean, she loves it, and they sing when they paint, so she has the music with the painting and the camaraderie. She's made friends there, which she didn't have before. And some of the people she paints with, she works with at SOU. She'll take the bus to Walmart or the Humane Society. Those are things that I've always had to take her, and she's always had to depend on somebody else. I hope when she decides or is able to transition to some independent living, hopefully through living opportunities, everything will fall into place for Kim. And it's her dad and my wish that she gets that. She needs to be able to be contributing to society like she sees her family and friends do. So her goal is to make it to independent living in the future.
I'm not the only one.
All the pieces, the studio, the jobs, the coaching and support will help with that.
And the